9 surprising things men notice about you first. What if I told you that men notice certain things about you first that have absolutely nothing to do with your looks? I know, it sounds a little surprising, right? You might think it's your figure, your hair, or that flawless makeup, but trust me, what truly catches a man's eye goes way deeper than just appearance. In fact, men often pay attention to things that you might not even realize matter at all, and these things could very well determine the success of your relationships. Have you ever wondered why some relationships don't work out, even when everything seems perfect on the surface? Or why you may feel like men keep pulling away, despite your best efforts? The truth is, it could be because of the subtle things that you do or don't do that men notice without you even realizing it. And once you understand these key factors, you'll be able to transform how you connect with men and unlock deeper, more meaningful relationships. So, if you're curious about what really gets a man's attention, hint, it's not just your looks. Stay with me because today, we're revealing the 9 surprising things men notice about you first, and they have nothing to do with how you look. Let's dive in. 1. How you treat others. When it comes to building real, lasting connections, how you treat others is one of the first things men notice. It's easy to be kind and respectful to people who can give you something in return. But what about those who can't? Men pay attention to this, and they're looking for someone who treats everyone with respect, whether it's the waiter at a cafe, a colleague at work, or the person helping you at the store. The small things matter. Do you get frustrated when someone gets your order wrong? Or do you calmly explain the situation? Are you the type of person who rolls their eyes when someone asks for help? Or do you take a moment to lend a hand without hesitation? These seemingly insignificant actions are actually huge red flags for men who are looking for a high-value partner. A man who truly respects himself won't tolerate anyone who treats others poorly. He wants someone who can show kindness and decency to everyone, regardless of their status. If you're rude to others but kind to him, he'll eventually see through it. Two-faced behavior doesn't scream partner material, it screams selfishness. And deep down, he knows that if the relationship continues and things start to shift, you'll treat him with the same lack of respect. So, ask yourself, are you kind because it's the right thing to do, or because you want something in return? Men notice this, and it could very well be the reason why you've been overlooked or walked away from in past relationships. 2. How you handle stress. Life is full of stress, and no one is immune to it. But what really stands out to men is how you handle pressure when things go wrong. Do you spiral out of control, throwing blame on others and becoming a whirlwind of frustration? Or do you pause, take a deep breath, and assess the situation before moving forward? How you handle stress reveals a lot about your emotional maturity and stability, and men notice this in a big way. When faced with challenges, men are looking for someone who can stay calm, think critically, and handle setbacks with resilience. Nobody enjoys being around someone who transforms every small problem into a catastrophe. If you're the kind of person who blows up over tiny inconveniences, whether it's a slow driver, a bad customer service experience, or an order mix-up, men will start to distance themselves. Emotional regulation is crucial in any relationship, and if you can't manage your emotions, it's a major red flag. Here's the thing, men understand that everyone experiences stress, but what sets you apart is how you deal with it. If you make it a habit to lash out, act irrationally, or unload your frustrations on him, it becomes draining and exhausting. On the other hand, when you handle stress gracefully and can stay composed under pressure, you show him that you're someone who can be relied upon during tough times. Men are attracted to women who have emotional stability and resilience. When you can face life's challenges with strength, it speaks volumes about your ability to handle a relationship in a healthy, balanced way. 3. How self-absorbed you are. We all love to talk about ourselves from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with being confident and proud of your accomplishments. However, there's a fine line between confidence and self-absorption. Men notice when the conversation always revolves around you, your achievements, your struggles, your life, and they start to wonder if you even care about their world. Self-absorption is a major turn-off because relationships are about balance. It's not just about you and your needs. It's about both partners sharing their lives, their dreams, and their challenges. If you're constantly talking about yourself without considering how he feels or what he might need, it can create a sense of disconnect. Men appreciate women who are confident and self-assured, but they also want someone who values their time, opinions, and experiences. If you can't make room for him in the conversation and it's always about your world, it can feel isolating and frustrating. Men notice when you're only interested in getting attention for yourself. This doesn't mean you shouldn't be proud of your achievements or excited to share your life, but it's important to strike a balance. Relationships thrive when both partners invest in one another. If you're constantly talking about your own problems, your own achievements, and your own desires, it leaves little room for him to express himself. Eventually, he may start to feel emotionally neglected, and that's when the distance starts to creep in. Make sure that the conversations are a two-way street, where both of you feel heard, valued, and understood. 4. Your ability to listen. One of the most important skills in any relationship is the ability to listen. But I'm not talking about the kind of listening where you just nod your head and wait for your turn to speak. Men notice when you truly listen, when you engage with what they're saying and show genuine interest in their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This goes beyond just hearing their words. It's about understanding them and making them feel valued. The key to being a good listener is active engagement. Men can tell when you're just going through the motions, pretending to listen while your mind is somewhere else. If you constantly interrupt, steer the conversation back to yourself, or zone out when they're trying to share something important, it's a major turn-off. On the flip side, when you make an effort to ask thoughtful follow-up questions, remember the small details, and show that you genuinely care about what they're saying, you make them feel seen and heard. Listening isn't just about being polite, it's about showing respect and care for your partner. Men notice when you're not really paying attention to them, and this can cause frustration and resentment over time. When you truly listen, you show him that you value his opinions and that you're invested in the relationship. Being a good listener fosters trust and intimacy, making it one of the most powerful tools for building a strong connection with anyone, especially a man. 5. How you respect boundaries. Respecting boundaries is a fundamental part of any healthy relationship, and men are especially attuned to this. Men notice when you respect their time, space, and individuality, and they certainly notice when you don't. Everyone has personal boundaries, whether it's the need for alone time, time with friends, or the desire to focus on their work without constant interruptions. The key to respecting boundaries isn't just about giving someone physical space, it's about honoring their emotional and mental boundaries as well. For example, are you the type of person who constantly demands attention, bombards him with texts, or feels the need to know his every move? That's not showing love, it's insecurity. Men appreciate women who respect their space and who understand that relationships require both closeness and independence. If you constantly invade his personal space or make him feel guilty for needing time to recharge, it can lead to feelings of suffocation and resentment. Healthy relationships are built on mutual trust and respect, and boundaries are a clear indicator of this. Men want to feel that they can have their own time and space, whether it's to focus on a hobby, hang out with friends, or simply unwind. When you respect these boundaries, it shows emotional maturity and the ability to give him the freedom he needs without feeling threatened. Remember, respecting his boundaries shows that you trust him, and that trust is vital in building a strong connection. 6. How much you complain. Everyone has moments when they need to vent, but constantly complaining is a serious relationship killer. Men notice when every conversation revolves around what's wrong in your life, whether it's work, your family, or just the unfairness of it all. Complaining doesn't make you relatable, it makes you exhausting. Here's the thing, everyone goes through tough times, everyone faces challenges, but how you handle those challenges is what separates a positive person from a negative one. When all you focus on is what's wrong, it can feel like you're draining the energy from the relationship. Men notice this, and over time, it starts to wear them down. They'll feel like no matter what they do, it's never enough to lift your spirits or make you happy. Instead of constantly complaining, try to focus on solutions. Men are attracted to women who are resilient and solution-oriented, who look for ways to make things better rather than dwelling on the negative. It's natural to vent sometimes, but it's important to balance that with a mindset that focuses on moving forward. If you're always complaining, men will start to feel like they're walking on eggshells, never knowing how to make things better. That's a major turn-off. So, focus on positivity, resilience, and finding solutions instead of fixating on what's wrong. 7. How you handle conflict. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but what truly matters is how you handle it. Men notice when you can't have a disagreement without escalating it into a full-blown argument or bringing up old issues just to score points. Conflict is a normal part of any relationship, but the key to making it work is resolution, not winning the argument. When disagreements arise, men appreciate women who can stay calm, express their feelings clearly, and listen to their perspective. If you're the type who attacks, deflects, or shuts down during conflict, you're only making the situation worse. Men value maturity and respect during tough conversations, and when you handle conflict with grace, it shows them that you're capable of working through challenges together. The timing of your arguments is important too. If you choose to bring up sensitive issues when he's stressed, tired, or distracted, don't be surprised if he becomes defensive or withdraws. Men notice when you're considerate of their emotional state and choose the right time to have serious discussions. It's not about avoiding conflict, but about addressing it in a mature, respectful way that strengthens your bond rather than driving a wedge between you two. 8. Your priorities. Men notice what you prioritize in life, and they're keenly aware when your actions don't align with your words. If you say your relationship is important but spend more time scrolling through your phone or working than you do nurturing the connection, it's going to raise red flags. Relationships require time, effort, and attention, and men notice when they're not getting that. It's not about grand gestures, it's about consistency, showing up for the relationship on a regular basis, being present, and genuinely valuing your time together speaks volumes. If you're more focused on your social media followers, career, or other commitments than your partner, it sends a message that he's not a priority. Men want a balanced partner, someone who can make time for them while still pursuing their own passions. They want to feel valued, not like an afterthought. So, make sure your actions match your words. If you want a successful relationship, you need to invest in it and show him that he matters to you. 9. Your integrity. Finally, men notice your integrity. It's one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. Integrity isn't just about being honest, it's about doing what's right even when it's inconvenient. Men notice when you keep your promises and when you follow through on your commitments. They also notice when your actions don't align with your words. Do you stand by your principles, or do you change them depending on who's watching? Integrity is about being true to yourself, consistent in your actions, and reliable. When you say you'll do something, do it. When you promise to be there, show up. If you break promises, even small ones, it erodes trust and damages the foundation of the relationship. Men value women who are dependable and who stay true to their word. When you show integrity in all aspects of your life, whether it's in your relationship, your work, or your friendships, it creates a strong sense of trust and respect, and that's what forms the bedrock of a meaningful, long-lasting relationship. Conclusion. So there you have it, 9 surprising things men notice about you first, and none of them have to do with how you look. From how you treat others to how you handle stress, men notice these traits, and they can make or break a relationship. If this video made you reflect, that's a good thing. Growth comes from facing the truth, and by paying attention to these things, you can create stronger, more meaningful relationships. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this.